Hello and welcome to our April virtual nutrition talk. I am Karen. I'm the owner and also nutrition coach here at B3 Gym. And we are going to go ahead and get right into our information for today. So again, thank you for joining me. Every month I host a free virtual nutrition talk with the goal of providing you with some free tools and resources that you can use to take control of your health. As a nutrition and fitness coach, it might surprise you to learn that I have also struggled with my nutrition. The reason wasn't because I didn't know what to do, but because I failed to plan ahead. So today we're going to cover 5 easy steps to help you create a plan and start meal prepping like a pro. At B3 Gym, we believe something as fundamental as nutrition shouldn't be complicated. There's so much mixed information out there. It can be really overwhelming to figure out what's right for you. Our goal is to empower you to make better choices and build better habits around your nutrition. When we look at the fitness pyramid, nutrition is the foundation. We want to help you build a strong nutrition foundation so you can meet your short and long-term goals and feel the way you deserve. Let's circle back to my confession a moment ago. As I said, I knew what to do, what foods to eat, and how much to eat, but I wasn't always making the right choices. Have you ever had a long day at work or you were out running errands all day and the last thing you wanted to do is figure out what's for dinner? Have you ever come home after a long day to realize that you forgot to defrost the meat you were going to cook? Have you ever completely skipped making vegetables to save time and have one less thing to chop? This can so easily lead to a mindset of, let me just order some food, or I'm going to eat this bag of chips instead. Maybe I'll just eat those cookies or that frozen pizza I bought when I was hungry. If you've been there, this nutrition talk is for you. Meal prepping is so important in reaching your health and wellness goals. In fact, a study published in the International Journal of Behavioral Nutrition and Physical Activity in 2017 found that meal planning is associated with some really great benefits, such as having a higher overall food variety and quality. More specifically, it was associated with lower odds of being overweight and obese. So obviously it's pretty important. Let's go ahead and get into our 5 easy meal prep steps. So step number 1, we want to pick 3 staple recipes that look good to you. Step 1 takes a little bit of research, but this is the fun part. Imagine if you had planned for and prepped 1 breakfast, 2 meals with a focus on protein, and 1 starchy side dish. Not only do you have some tasty food to look forward to, but it will be easier on those busy days when you just don't have the energy to plan out your meal. Doing some work in advance will make your future self very happy. If you aren't sure where to start, check out our amazing recipes on our website, already broken down into categories for you. Let's look at a few of our favorites. Amish oatmeal is so easy to make, and it's always a fan favorite. Add your favorite nuts or seeds, fruit, and add some milk to enjoy. If you love eggs, try the egg muffins. These are a great go-to breakfast for those rushed mornings and a great place to add in some vegetables. Who says you can't enjoy sweets when you're eating healthy? If you are a fellow chocolate lover, you have to try the double chocolate overnight oats. The yogurt gives a smooth consistency you don't normally expect from oatmeal. Next, we want to choose 2 staple proteins. Protein's always the biggest barrier when it comes to mealtime since it takes the longest to cook. Having proteins already pre-chosen and cooked will make it easier to make the right choice. What if healthy options became just as convenient as those processed foods or fast food places? Try the pulled chicken recipe by simply throwing some chicken in the crock pot. Or check out the meatloaf muffins for a great easy lunch that is packed with protein and vegetables. Lastly, let's choose a starchy side dish. This may be some garlic mashed cauliflower, rice, or even this delicious and easy to make roasted butternut squash. Add your favorite seasoning for a tasty side dish. So as you start to pick out your recipes, remember to take inventory of the tools you have in your kitchen. One mistake we see is not being efficient with your time because you're constantly waiting for one dish to finish before starting the next. For example, if you only have 1 crock pot, you probably shouldn't pick out 2 crock-pot meals to cook. Imagine if you had the HSN crock-pot chicken going, the egg muffins or Amish oatmeal in the oven, one dish on the stove like the egg roll in a bowl, and overnight oats for the fridge. Not only will you have a full fridge of meals for the week, but you will have done all of this at the same time efficiently rather than taking all day to prep. Our top favorite tools in the kitchen include a large mixing bowl, crock pot, air fryer, muffin tins, and roasting pans. Step number 2, we're going to plan your staple snacks and veggies. Once you have a few recipes made, we can then pair these with some vegetable staples for a complete meal. Maybe you're a big fan of roasted broccoli at dinner, or maybe some carrots with bell peppers and hummus at lunch with the meatloaf muffins. I tend to keep it really simple and go for some steamed veggies I can pop in the microwave so they're done in just a few minutes. Plan out what vegetables you need to have on hand to pair with your meals and snacks. Balanced and healthy snacks are easy to forget about as we mindlessly grab processed snacks from the pantry. Instead, plan out some fruits like apples or bananas with your favorite nut butter, or maybe grapes with a few almonds on the side. Again, having these options ready to go will help you choose more of those healthful food options throughout your day. Have a busy day on the go. Be sure to have some snacks ready for that. A few great options are low sugar Greek yogurts, RX bars, turkey jerky with fruit, or deli meat rolled with avocado and bell peppers. Step number 3, do an inventory in your pantry and refrigerator. Have you ever gotten excited about a meal and then realized that you're missing one key ingredient? Or worse, you get home from shopping to find that you forgot that one thing when you were just out. This can be so frustrating and can cause us to lose our motivation and choose more convenient processed foods. One easy way to avoid this is by doing an inventory of what you have and what you will need for the week when using your staples that you already picked out. Once you have your list of staples in mind, create a grocery list. A grocery list is something that's often overlooked, especially if we get into the routine of buying the same things every week. This can lead to overstocking on something that you end up throwing out later in the week. Taking the time to plan first before you shop will help you stay focused and ensure you're buying what you need. A great way to write a list is by writing out your proteins, vegetables, fruits, and starchy carbs, as well as miscellaneous things like those go-to snacks. Step number 4, go grocery shopping. This seems like an obvious next step, but now we're fully ready to hit the aisle with our list in hand. First pro tip, stick to your list. Second pro tip, don't go shopping when you're hungry. Way too many chip bags and cookies have been bought on an empty stomach. To stay focused on your list, try to stick to the perimeter of the store. This is where you can find lean meats and other whole foods such as fruits, vegetables, and dairy or non-dairy substitutes. Before you add it to your grocery cart, be sure to take a look at the nutrition label. Not looking at the label is a really common mistake. Certain foods or snacks have specific packaging, a certain placement in the store, and certain health claims created specifically to be eye-catching and encourage you to buy them. Here's a great example. You see a product that says reduced sugar. At first, this may seem like a healthy choice because it has reduced sugar, but this claim is just saying that it has 25% less sugar than the original. If this is a strawberry Pop-Tart, the original has 30 grams of sugar per package, meaning the reduced sugar would have about 23 grams of sugar. Keep in mind, the recommended amount of sugar per day is about 24 grams for women and no more than 36 grams per day for men. That's nearly your full day's worth of sugar, even though it sounds healthier with those words, reduced sugar. So how do you read a nutrition label? First, look at the serving information. All the following information is based on that one serving. Just an FYI, a serving of ice cream is only about a half a cup, not the entire pint. Next, we should look at how many calories per serving. This is going to tell you how much energy you will get from this food. Calories are providing energy to your body. They're not good or bad. Next, we want to take a look at the details, starting with saturated fat, sodium, and added sugars. We want to find products that are minimally processed. You'll also find micronutrients like vitamin D, calcium, iron, and more. Look at the percent daily value. This is the percentage of the daily value for each nutrient in the food. This will help you understand if a product is good for a certain micronutrient or if it's high in fat or another macronutrient. When looking at the ingredient list, they are listed in order of abundance. If corn syrup is the first or second ingredient, that means it has more sugar than anything else. Step number 5, meal prepping. How many times have you gone to the store, bought all the food, but then it just ends up going bad in the fridge? We've all done that at some point, maybe more often than we would like to admit. Make sure to block out time after you shop to prep your meals. Once you get home, block out an hour to bring everything in and just dive right into preparing the meals and snacks you planned for. Get the crock pot ready for that pulled chicken, get the oven started for the egg muffins, and start rinsing and chopping those fruits and veggies to make them just as convenient as any processed pre-packaged snack. Remember from earlier, timing is everything. Be sure to plan for foods you can make all at once to be most efficient. Here's a great example. Your first step, you're going to start the pulled chicken, 10 minutes to prep and 4 hours of cooking. Step number 2, you're going to cut your vegetables for the egg muffins and start the oven. Number 3, you're going to bake the egg muffins for 25 minutes. Number 4, while those are in the oven, get the stove heating to make the egg roll in a bowl. That recipe takes about 15 minutes. Number 5, as everything is finishing up their cook times, go back and finish rinsing, chopping, and portioning out those fruits and vegetables for your snacks for the week. Be sure to place them front and center in the fridge to remind you to eat those first. If you hate eating the same thing during the week, find different sauces or seasonings to add, as well as different complementing sides to help you feel as though you're eating a variety of food and flavors each day. For example, if I make the pulled chicken in the crock pot, on Monday, I might add that to brown rice with roasted broccoli. Tuesday, I turn that into chicken tacos or fajitas. Wednesday, I might add this to a wrap. And Thursday, maybe it goes into a soup or casserole. Here you can see a few easy ways to use the same ground turkey throughout the week. We want you to feel excited about the foods you're eating. Love your food while saving time, reducing waste, and incorporating variety. So many of us struggle to meal prep and end up avoiding it altogether. We think we need to eat the same thing every day or spend all day in the kitchen cooking for the week. With these 5 easy steps, you can feel confident with your nutrition and set yourself up for success. If you're looking for additional help, schedule a free intro with us today so we can learn more about your goals and how we can help you reach them. If you have questions about anything I talked about today, or you would like to learn more about our nutrition coaching program here at B3 Gym, send us an email or message us through our social media. Please join us next month on Saturday, May 8th at 11 a.m. for our next free virtual nutrition talk. We'll be talking about 5 tips for increasing your vegetable intake. And this is going to be helpful for even the pickiest of eaters. It can be difficult to hit the recommended daily amount. So we'll share some easy tips on how you can make sure you're getting enough vegetables in your diet. Keep an eye out on our social media for more information about how to register. Thank you again for joining me today. Hopefully you've found some great information to help you get started with your meal prep. Again, please reach out if you need help. Thank you for joining. Stay healthy.